part three. And I said, I'm sure I've had an early Christmas present. Why? And he goes, did you like it? And I go, well, yeah, it was early. He goes, was it still a Christmas present even though it wasn't on Christmas? And I said, yeah. And then he was quiet for a second. I'm looking at him and he goes, have you ever had a late Christmas present? I'm like, definitely I've had that. Yep, I've definitely had that. And he goes, did you like it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I did. And he says, was it still a Christmas present even though it wasn't on Christmas? And I said, yeah, I bet it was. And he puts his hand on my hand and he goes, Mom, just because Logan's not going to get what he wants on Christmas doesn't mean he's not going to love it when he gets it. And I bawled like a baby. I was just like, you are so smart. Like, how does this little boy know all these things? So when I got this townhouse where I'm living now, that March, we moved in March 1st, I was so excited. I signed, are you there? I signed a lease for this without even seeing what the inside looked like. I was just like desperate. I'll take it. I found out about the house, that we were supposed to sell the house, which that was another shit show, trying to get him to do that, but okay, this is it. Didn't know what it was like, had no idea where I was moving. I was just so thankful. So the point of this story is I made a deal that I would not put my kids in jeopardy when I got that place. When we moved in on March 1st, I was like, Merry Christmas. And he was like, what the heck? And so I felt like I let them down. And I felt yesterday I was at my bottom. I didn't have any money. I know what they mean when they say that suicide is so prevalent in gamblers, because I wanted to check out yesterday, like, so badly. I saw my therapist, and she's been, like, the only one, like, one of the only people that's had my back besides, like, 3 other friends. Or my 2 cousins and her and my friend. But she's been there for me like a parent should. She's like a mom. And she's like, no, Angie, no, you're not doing this. She's like, I'm going to call the police. Do you want me to call the police? I'm like, maybe. Like, I kind of was at that point that, yep, you probably should. I probably should get help. I think my main problem with getting help is I don't have anyone to help me. And I mean, I'm serious when I say that. Like, a lot of people have, like, they have siblings that will help with the kids, or they have parents or someone. I don't have that. I asked my ex, if he could take our son, since we have joint custody, so I can get help. And his answer is, figure it out. It's your time, figure it out. Well, that was like 6 months ago, and I asked again. And so not having anyone to help me, to help carry the load, or to say, okay, here you go. You need to go inpatient to get this taken care of. Everyone says that, but how? How am I supposed to when I don't have anyone to help? Like, nobody. And so my therapist yesterday, she's like, nope, this isn't going to happen. I'm not going to do this. We're not doing this. So you are going to, we're going to get you help. So she got on the phone, and we're calling this Family Means Financial place, because my rent is 2 months late. Yeah. And I thought, there's no getting out from under. I'm stuck. There's no helping you. You fucked up this time. And I didn't want to fuck up. And I didn't want to let my boys down. And so with my rent being $12.25 a month, which is super cheap, I was going to allow myself to no longer be here, basically for less than $3,000, because I felt I couldn't do it. So I wrote a letter. I had all my wishes done. Like, I don't know, like, I couldn't bear the thought of letting them down. And that thought made me feel like I wanted to take my life. And I've always had suicide issues, I think, from all the abuse I've had. And I think it kind of started when I was little. Like, I used to, randomly, I would just close my eyes and I'd open them and I'm like, oh my God, I'm alive. Like, this is really my life. Like, I'm really living. It was kind of like, I don't know if it's out of body experiences, but it would happen all the time. And it wasn't until like a year ago that I realized this was probably the way that a little girl handles being sexually abused. Like, my body or my mind was too much for it, so I just escaped. And I just kind of went out of my body and whatever. But I always feel that when something's wrong, I just want to go away. When I was little, I used to dream about being in a coma. I just wanted to be in a coma. And wake up and have everything be better. And that's my escaping. That's me not being able to handle life and want to take the easy way out. But I think yesterday oh, sorry. I take my thing off. And then one thing I want to say about this gambling is, I have clothes on, as you can see. See, I have a dress. Oh, I got a little string too. Nobody has made me go to treatment. I'm not court ordered to treatment. I'm not, no one's making me. I reached out and said, I have a problem bigger than I can control, and I need help. And I did this 6 months ago, and I asked for help, and they said you needed inpatient, and the same thing happened. So today, here I am. I was supposed to go on Thursday. I met with her last Wednesday. I was supposed to go Thursday. I couldn't get off work because it wasn't enough notice, and so I'm pretty sure that happens a lot, where people have this assessment, and they're like, gung-ho on treatment, I'll be there tomorrow, and they don't show. And so I'm pretty sure she's thinking, I'm not going to show today, because I didn't email her and say, hey, I'm coming. She probably just thinks that, oh, she's just one of like other people. So I'm really, really excited to show up. And I'm really, really excited to just have this not be a secret anymore, because like my best friend's like, Angie, I had no idea you gambled. Nobody did. Nobody did. It was my place that, I mean, I'd go to the bars by myself, but after divorcing a narcissist, I really isolated myself, whether that was me letting go of toxic relationships, or whether that was his smear campaign. Oh my gosh, you're gonna get an accident. Sorry. Whether that was a smear campaign, whatever it was, I lost more people from that divorce and that toxic shit that happened than I have ever in my life. And I would go to the casino, and no one knew that I was by myself, and it was nice. And it's funny because not the last time, but my son had a Super Bowl party at our house, and I had to find somewhere to go, so I went to the casino. And I was talking to the counselor, my gambling counselor, and I was telling her, she has my personality changed ever. I'm like, actually, yeah. I'm like, one time I went, I was losing, and this random drunk guy was like talking to me, slurring his words, just like, I'm like, you know what? I just like don't want to talk. I'm sorry. I like to come here and not have to talk. Like, just like nice. I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude. I just, kind of like to just zone out. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool, whatever. I don't know what that meant. Well, then he's still talking to me because he's drunk, and I'm like ignoring him, just ignoring him. He's still freaking talking to me. And finally, I was like, I don't want to talk to you. I looked at him and I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Like, holy smokes. And he kind of walked. I'm like, go away. If you're not going to play, go away. And I was surprised myself. I was like, holy smokes. Like, this coming from a girl who's afraid to hurt anyone's feelings. And you're just like, right there, Ange. Then he comes back 10 minutes later and I'm losing. And he's talking to me again. And I looked at him and I'm like, I don't like you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Go away. Like, I was yelling. Oh my gosh. What on earth? And I'm like, yeah, I think my personality changes sometimes when I'm losing. When I'm winning, I'm like high-fiving people next to me. And she goes, Angie, that's the addict. And I'm like, what? She's like, people that aren't addicted, they like to have this be like a social thing, and they like to go and chit chat, and it's a social thing. And people that are addicts, they're not there to socialize, they're there to gamble. And it hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I really am an addict. And she's kind of like, you think so? Like, this is what made you think so? Sorry. Shit. Oh, shit. Never mind. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, and I don't have GPS on my damn phone because my phone bill's not paid. Yep. It's time to get really honest about where I'm at. And yeah, cell phone. And you know what? It's kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with it. It's like, whew. So, yesterday I posted a message saying I'm so sorry. I had every intention to accidentally take too much medicine. I don't even know what medicine I was going to use, but something. I was Googling how to kill yourself and not make it look like a suicide, so that way my kids wouldn't feel like they did something. And that's my bottom. That was my bottom. Like, the thought of hurting my kids in that way, like leaving that legacy, has something I would never want to do. So I'm here. I'm starting treatment like in 5 minutes from now. And I'm going to meet other people that have the same problem. And there's this guy that, just a really nice guy that is going to help me with my budget. And I called my rent place today instead of not calling them, and not dealing with it is not helping me. So I called him and I'm like, I don't know what I got to do, but he's like, we're going to sit down and do this. And for the first time in my life, I'm going to have a budget. And I'm going to stop this legacy of living paycheck to paycheck. And I am not going to get ever again as close as I was to not being here. They say 1 in 5 gamblers, I don't know if it's commit suicide or attempt suicide, and I see why. Because if you're an alcoholic or drug addict, you can go to sleep and sleep it off and wake up and you have a whole new fresh day, a whole new start. Like, day 1 starts right then. Fresh, clean start. When you have a gambling addiction, you don't wake up and your account has money in it. It's not like that. And so it's something that you have to live with, and you have to face the reality. Today I'm facing my reality, and I'm going to take it head on, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to make my kids proud. Whatever it takes. I still look like I'm naked. I'm in a dress. Maybe this isn't like the outfit I should wear. It's my first meeting. Here it goes. Wish me luck. Thanks for listening. Toodles.